Probably Frizzy. I don't know. I just like, I'm such like a narcissist. I'm so conceited.
Hello, everybody.
Get the fuck out of here, you loser.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back for a solo snarky reaction. I'm not Tammy's lawyer, otherwise known as Snarky Number 2. Snarky Number 1 can't join us this evening, and since we haven't come on and posted for a couple of days, I did want to throw something out there for you guys, but not something that's just like more girl world slop. And the reality is, I feel that there really isn't much more to say when it comes to Amberlynn's crash out and subsequent deletion of all of her lives and backtracking and the continuous spout of fibbing and half truths and never addressing the audience's questions. So I have some Snapchat screenshots that I took, and then I figured that for today we would just do more of a discussion and kind of my opinions on what's really going on with Amber and also whether or not we'd ever really get the answers that we're looking for. So without further ado,
Is to love and care about yourself. People will seriously tell me Amberlynn just like loves herself, but they'll say it in like a bad way, and I'm over here just like, isn't that the goal?
this is one of Amber's most frequently used deflections is trying to excuse her pathological behavior by saying, "Isn't that normal? Isn't that what everybody else does? Why, when I do it, it's a problem?" And the reality is, I could sit here and debunk it and call it narcissistic or whatever other fancy psychology word that I think best describes this person. But ultimately, all that this really is a person who will never address what the people want. We want answers for Rarity. We want accountability for the truly heinous things that she put all of her exes through. I think when you consider what's going on with Beck and their last update regarding their health, you really look back at Amber, this person who took money from Beck at a time when they were grieving the loss of their mother and were given some reprieve with some financial gain. And Amber just took that all away. And that's another thing that she has not come out and said that it's a lie and then never backed it up. And that's the basis here. That is just the tell all of what Amber is. And it's a person who says, "No, you're lying. No, that's wrong. No, I have receipts." And then she doesn't provide any receipts. Or like she'll do what she did when she said, "Emily insulted me. Emily called me bad words." And she'll type CUNT on her phone and look up all the messages in which Emily cussed her out. But that isn't a receipt. Nobody really cares, and that's not what people want to see. People want the truth. And she just won't do that. And so when it comes to her narcissism, her self-obsession, she says, "Well, aren't you supposed to love yourself? How come when I do it, it's a problem?" Although Amber knows that it's a lot more than that. And that's not why people hate her.
To love yourself? Some people think love yourself more than you even love others. That I can't do. I definitely love others more. This love journey, if you will, has taken some time. I'll tell you that. But like, I love my fur babies above all. I feel like even above humans. Like, they're my everything, my heart, my soul. I don't know why I was about to do that. That's so weird. I'm a weird girl. But like, aren't you supposed to love yourself?
Amber, shut up. You're so fucking annoying and insufferable. You know exactly what you're fucking doing. God, I'm so glad Emily's called your ass out. And I don't care for Emily at all. I think Emily's a fucking freak and a weirdo and equally as condemnable as your fat ass. But seriously, get a fucking grip.
You're supposed to look in the, like, you were preached this, like, since knee high to a grasshopper. You're beautiful. Find yourself beautiful. Like, I don't get it. So when I find myself like, oh wow, like my hair looks beautiful. Why is that bad? This should not be bad.
Cool, Amber. Nice rant. How about you do a take two? And this time, don't use a Snapchat filter. And I want to see you pop off.
Because my hair is on a fat body does not make my hair ugly. And it doesn't mean I shouldn't love myself and things about myself. Do I love my weight? No. Do I love my body? No. I was recently in a relationship where I had so much fucking confidence. I mean, we haven't been together for months, but we were friends and we were flirting, but we weren't together. But point being is, the confidence was off the chart.
Again, this is a very weird straw man that she's using because it's very normal for anyone in a relationship, especially one that's pretty new, to feel very uplifted and confident and beautiful or handsome or whatever way you wish to feel that's positive regarding your physical appearance and like your, the way that this person loves and cares about you. It's a very normal human reaction. But what Amber is doing is saying that, well, because I was in this relationship and I was head over heels enamored and this was the softest love ever, that's why I act the way I do. And like, you just have to accept that because duh, I'm so sexual. Meanwhile, we all know the only action she's getting is from that couch.
I wouldn't say that I liked my body in that relationship, but I accepted it.
This is very picky and petty of me, and I'm very aware, but I can't stand the vocal fry. Like, she's trying so hard to cling on to the Valley girl. Girl, you've been living in the Bible Belt for fucking most of your life at this point. Get out of here.
For sure. It was easier to do. It was like the easiest time of my life to accept my body. I should be talking about this in a YouTube video because not a lot of people follow my Snap. It's only like 70,000. I mean, that's kind of a lot. But I feel like a lot of people who I want to hear this is like on the YouTube. I'm sure this is gonna make it to the YouTube, but not on my channel.
Teehee.
But I want it to make it to my channel. So maybe my next live stream we need to talk about this. Like if you're in my live stream era, like if you're in that chat, bro, remind me to talk about this because it needs to be talked about more often. You need to love yourself and you need to think that you are beautiful, regardless of the fucking size you are, and regardless what other people think. Period.
Okay, well, now that that's out of the way, after the Snapchat rant, there hasn't really been much in terms of Amber stuff. At least nothing that I think is worth repeating. I'm sure that there are other channels who have uncovered some few text messages. I know Alex recently posted a video mentioning that Amber has since removed her live streams and Emily is pretty much going to be talking through Rachel regarding like receipts and stuff. So I kind of, I've been in girl world like as a viewer or a fan, I guess, of the hater channels for a few years now. And I notice this happens every time there's a new breakup or a new allegation. And I don't really think that any reaction channel is trying to reach Amber with their words. I think that people have the wherewithal to know that Amber is not going to listen to anyone or anything. She's going to do whatever she wants. I think it's gotten her monetized this far, and for her, she thinks that it's working, and maybe it is. And the reason why people such as myself and Snarky number one and all of you and the other haters and whatever and the orbiters kind of all feel like she's just so misguided and like just like a lost cause is because we actually interact with humans on a daily basis. I think most of us have jobs and we do other things besides work. We have friend groups, we have hobbies and activities that we partake in, whether it's community based or like mutual aid focused or just a hobby like a sport, hanging out. Maybe you like to bake. And Amber and Chantal don't do any of that. They have no interest past the immediate, which is making enough money so that they can order food. And you really see that with Chantal more because she's broke as hell. But Amber too. Amber has an MO and it is troll to make money, to buy things, to make her happy. And I think Amber understands that and like is aware of that to an extent. She's mentioned that she has hordes of things. She goes through different collections and hobbies, and it's because Amber is trying to fill a void. And I don't mean that in a fat joke way. I mean that Amber doesn't have a community around her. She doesn't have friends. And for whatever reason, she has chosen to isolate herself, probably because of her weight, her size. I also know that our society isn't exactly welcoming to people who are morbidly obese, even overweight, honestly. So I can understand that. But it's at a point where Amber has to do something about it, and she has chosen not to, or to pretend that she will. And I think that's what's the most frustrating thing to watch, really, like over and over again. I don't know how many times I've seen the same reiteration of this bullshit. She feels that she's being silenced, so then she sneaks over to Instagram and does Q&As. And then if that doesn't work, she goes to Snapchat. I haven't had Snapchat in a long time, and I started using it recently, so I don't know if she's done this, but I think just around the time I started using Snapchat, she's on there again. And it's really weird for people our age. I have Snapchat because all of my family in the Middle East uses Snapchat for the privacy features. So I feel that, I mean, I'm still like way too old to be using Snapchat and I'm just a lurker. But like, it's really weird to see someone Amber's age, and we're not that very different in terms of our age. I'm not pushing 40 yet, but I will. And it's so weird to just see someone her age like actively participating in like Q&As. It reminds me of like when I was in high school and people were doing, oh god, I can't remember the name of that thing. There was like this website people used to use, and it was like ask me a question and you could ask anonymously, and it was just a way for people to bully each other in high school. Like, oh, I heard this rumor about you, and it was like the most horrific rumor you've ever heard. And I feel like Amber has never aged out of that mentality that if she is this controversial figure and does weird controversial things, she's already used to that I guess the ostracization that she gets from society. So she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it again and again. And then that's what she does, but now with a huge platform online. So I feel like I could sit here and talk about all the other screenshots she's done, but I feel like everything's been said and done. Amber is a very boring, sad, pathetic person. It's really it's really weird to like humanize her because she's so annoying and insufferable and clearly has no interest in being a better person or doing anything to be good. Like, I don't know, she makes a lot of money and she doesn't do anything for anyone else. It's really gross and pathetic. And I don't care what she says. I don't believe her when she says, oh, I give money to my mom or Beck or whoever the fuck. Like, I don't care, bitch. If I don't see physical receipts, if I don't see you getting out of your fat fucking, like your fat, get off your fat ass, get off your fucking couch, go waddle to some mutual aid organization and like fucking hand out food at a homeless shelter. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't care. I think you're fucking full of shit. It's gross. It's stupid. It's pathetic. And in today's world, honestly, like all you have is your community. I think our country, unfortunately, is going through a very, very difficult time. It is a metamorphosis. Whether I think it is positive or negative is irrelevant. I think everyone is being pushed to the edge. So many people are being laid off and fired. So many people are showing up to work for government jobs and are not having a promised paycheck. I think the least we could do right now is be as kind as we can. And I feel like it's really funny coming from me, but I'm not someone that has the same amount of money that Amber does. I don't have Amber's privilege. And Amber is privileged because she's a white woman. Her fucking name is Amberlynn Reid. That would never get her less job opportunities in our country for her name. And I know that there's a lot of people in our audience that can relate to that, and that's just one struggle people are having right now. Amber is a very, very privileged individual. And it doesn't matter that she was in foster care because that was over half of her life ago. She's had over 30 years to change herself, to change the way that she interacts with the world, to change the way that she views others. And she hasn't. She has just continued the same toxic cycle of being a gross garbage human. And it's sad and pathetic to see. So, yeah, I don't really know if I have anything else to say. I really haven't been keeping too much focus on the girls the past couple of days. And like I said, that's why I wanted to come and at least get a video out, kind of just talking to you guys about where I'm at and maybe why we haven't come out with a new video. We are still planning for a Sunday snark, so we will be live on Sunday. And the past couple of days have been pretty busy and difficult for both of us. Both in our personal lives as well as our professional and community lives. So, just trying to balance a lot. And this is really not our focus. It's more of just a little hobby that we do. But I do like the little community we're building. And I, appreciate you guys a lot for being here and for listening to us and for engaging with us when we do go live. So, just wanted to come here and let you guys know I appreciate you guys coming and tuning in and, keeping tabs and seeing, hey, did we upload? And just want to let you guys know we really do appreciate it. And we hope that we can continue to grow our little community and have more discussions. I mean, yeah, we do Girl World, but we're both very active members in our community. And I think that maybe we would potentially incorporate more of our interests into this channel. It is currently TBD. Don't really know what we're doing, but yeah. More than Amber could say she's doing. No, I'm just playing. Well, I'm not playing, but yeah, so I think the next video we'll do here, we might do one tomorrow. We'll kind of see. My day's crazy tomorrow, but we'll try to do a Chantal. If we don't do one on Friday, tomorrow, at the time of recording this, then we will definitely do a Chantal live stream on Sunday. I think it is way past due. Amber is just boring as fuck, pathetic as hell. Emily's also really disgusting and gross. They're both fucking weird. I'm sick of Amber's excuses. I think nothing's gonna change. Honestly, it's really morbid and fucked up to say, but I'm really just here to see the end. I'll be so fucking real. I don't think that she's gonna change. I've seen people who have changed and made a nice turnaround. That is not Amber. It is so on brand for Amber to be neck deep in the worst allegations you've ever heard. Like, her aunt is gonna take her ass to court. Emily's out here with screenshots proving that Amber is insane, unstable, probably let her cat out on purpose, definitely an abuser, definitely did not trip on a carpet, And then her being like, oh my god, guys, do you want to see my keyboard ASMR? Like, it's so good. And then being like, I just think I'm so beautiful. Like, why is that not okay? Why is that not allowed? Like, nobody gives a fuck, Amber. Like, you suck. Your personality is ugly as fuck. Like, you just are a trash human. So, yeah. Oh my god, vocal fry. Okay. I'm done. If Amber comes out with some crazy shit, we might talk about it, but I doubt it. I just think Amber is probably at home right now, farting and eating like popcorn or some shit, or drinking like her fourth soda of the day. So, congratulations, girl. Your life is boring. You are in shambles. And if you got a feeder to break up with your ass, god damn, girl. There is just no saving you. Okay, we look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday for a snarky live stream. Love y'all and appreciate y'all so much. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more of our ranting and BS, and we hope to see you on Sunday. Okay, bye.
Get the fuck out of here, you loser.